Okay, rundown. It is Monday. We are in New Orleans. I get it's Championship Monday. I feel like we've been here for 2 months. It has a very long feel to it, even though we only got here on Thursday. But it really, I don't know if it's just the eating or whatever it is, but it feels like we've been here a long ass time.
I'd agree with that.
I saw your tweet actually that you're just constantly full.
I've been full for 3 days today. I got up and I walked for 2.5 hours just to walk.
You gotta get the
I
steps.
just walked.
Yeah.
Just walked along the Mississippi. Yeah.
Trying to go to like Cafe de Mont,
Yeah.
which is in Jimmy. That was
Heard it's in a mall.
So Cafe de Mont, very famous like
The
coffee
baguettes,
shop.
right?
Yeah, everything. But so I just Googled coffee.
Beignets or beignets?
Both. Beignets.
Beignets.
I just Googled coffee shops and it popped up. I love Jimmy Buffett. I know a song, The Wino and I Know. The coffee is strong at Cafe de Mont. Donuts are too hot to touch. So I'm like, all right, I want to go there. And it's not the original location, and it's in a mall, and the GPS couldn't handle the mall. Like, the mall twisted the GPS. Should have been a 7-minute walk. It was an hour. We got there. Who wants to eat in a mall? So we didn't even get it there. It was a debacle. That's when we saw Maui Jim over here going to.
Oh, we have a story. We can save for the after show.
We'll get that. I know he was a real dickhead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time.
Anyways.
Miko Bosco to the fullest.
Unbelievable. We will get into that. I was actually mad for Marty in that situation. I thought it was rude, arrogant, selfish, everything you name. You give the ball to Rico. He ain't kicking it back out for an open look.
And the worst part is, it's not a shtick because it was off camera.
No, I know.
Right.
He didn't even mean to see me. Like, that's when we were lost looking for Cafe de Mont.
Love it.
And literally he had a lay on him walking in to go. It's like, what do you do? He's like, afternoon lunch with Coach Fran McCaffrey. Raising Cane's. You guys were there yesterday doing the delivery.
So much fun.
Unbelievable.
And they also, I don't mean to put down this mall, they were also in that mall. I almost got it there, but they're in that mall on the other side of Cafe de Mont. So I did see them there, and we got the fingers. I had a review, so I ate these, gave an honest review. Jack Mack actually caught it when I didn't know the cameras were on. Spectacular chicken fingers. They're sponsored this whole thing here. I got to try it with the sauce because I got a very strong reaction that it was insulting to eat the fingers without the sauce. So I'm gonna do that a whole different thing. But yeah, and they're expanding everywhere. We're just talking to them. They're New York, they're coming to Miami. I think it's the best finger I've had for a multiple store location.
And, oh no, there is bread.
You had the bread, right?
I've eaten all, they keep putting bread right here, and I've eaten every single piece. They have to keep reloading it for the thing.
This actually set the tone for the whole weekend because I hadn't had them.
See?
Don't eat
And
it.
I
I'm
had
gonna eat
about 12 of these the second we sat down. I've been full since then, but they are great fingers.
Oh, it's the best.
So their tagline, One Love, Crable Chicken Finger Meals. They're unbelievable. Order online, raisingcanes.com. And I think they're everywhere around here. They start in Louisiana. And I don't know if we're going to get King.
Yeah, at the end, we're going to get the dog in.
Okay, perfect. So, all right, let's get into the stuff here. I started eating, probably not the best idea when I got his hawk. Final four.
Championship Monday.
I killed Coach K. He's dead. People, Dave.
Are you still handing out the cards?
Oh, yeah.
That's where it's really rubbing it in.
Yeah.
You didn't see it Raising Cane's yesterday.
Lemonade. Hey, how you doing?
Yes. Hey, congrats
Let's
on your
go.
win last night,
Thank
man.
you. There's your Coke, your lemonade.
Awesome.
Do you want ketchup?
I think I'd be all right without ketchup.
All right. You want a Coach K fact sheet?
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah. Just because he's retired doesn't mean our job's done. We got to keep
it's
going.
not done.
Yeah.
It's never done.
All right. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it,
Have
man.
a good one.
You too.
Yeah.
Somebody's
put
like,
them in the bags.
go heels, and he handed out the card.
Dave, the people in New Orleans right now, they're the best people in the world. Because I just told you, I went for that walk. People stopping me along the Mississippi being like, thank you so much for killing Coach K. We appreciate all your hard work. I feel like a conquering hero. It's incredible. I said there's a 2% chance Chapel Hill might put up a statue of me.
I think he's coming back.
I'll kill him again. I'll kill him again.
I don't think so.
I got no problem killing him again.
Is that inside info from Fran?
No.
He already released. I told Rico something in confidence. that I found out from a source on Saturday night. He just blurted it out for
You
stool
said
scenes.
we're not. No, it's not on stool scenes.
Yeah, it is.
Don't put it on stool
No,
scenes.
Rudy said that. No, Rudy,
I'll
do not
quit.
cut that.
I'll quit.
Okay. I mean, you
I know
and
you
Jersey
want-
Jerry
you've
just
been wanting
threatening
that
to
for
quit
months.
every day.
I feel like you would accept an offer and give us no heads up. You'd be like, I've accepted an offer to move here with no heads up, no nothing in one
Here?
private
To coach.
closed door meeting, something.
Yeah. No, you to assistant coach.
He said Marty was not invited. It was just he and Fran. He couldn't bring anybody else.
And Matt Painter
His
and Ed Cooley.
His sources, apparently, when they it's like you under Rigo's, and we'll talk about it in the after show. Under Rigo's philosophy, if you shouldn't be allowed to pass your sources to him
Correct.
because they're yours,
Correct.
and you don't share sources.
Correct.
You isolate them.
Yeah.
Hog the ball.
And
Go ISO.
And then come on shows and be like, I'm just a facilitator. I'm just a facilitator.
He is not a facilitator.
But Dave, to answer
I don't
your
think
question,
he's coming back.
I
think
hope he
emptied,
comes back.
I think he emptied the clip energy-wise. I don't think he's going to get back to
to
that.
lose those 2 games to that team,
But he,
I killed him. I'll kill him again.
I don't think he
will.
can do it.
Here's what I'll say.
I think you've put on weight, Dan, in the last 4 days.
I know I have. Are you serious? Well, this is also. Hold on. This shirt's riding up.
you got a lot
When
going
did you
on.
lose your voice?
Me?
Somewhere during my
Saturday.
days.
Have you done Bourbon Street?
No.
Yeah. This guy lives on Bourbon Street.
Yeah, well, he's
the
got
king-
relationships.
He's the king of Bourbon Street. He's dancing up and down with like the cane and the whole.
Dave,
zoot.
if Coach K comes back, I'm gonna follow him. I'm gonna stalk him. I'm gonna follow him to every game. It'll be my life.
There's a big win.
Bury him again.
What do you think moving forward tonight?
Well, can we just say one last thing? Our guy Henry Lockwood, he's down bad. He's just frowning. He knows that I just have it over him forever.
I don't. You will never have a comeback from the Coach K crowd because
Correct.
you can always be like North Carolina did end his career. They won the 2. I don't know where you put the regular season. I think it's up there.
Oh,
and
no,
with
Dave,
everybody
Dave.
watching.
Coach K's first loss at Duke, UNC. Coach K's last loss at Cameron Indoor, UNC. Coach K's last loss in his career, UNC.
Yeah, it's.
Now, did you hear the flip side of what he wants to do too? Like he wants a second part of this. He's rooting for John Shire to win 6 titles.
Yeah. I
Be
think I'm going to
better.
become a John
now a
Shire
Duke
guy.
fan to
Yeah,
overshadow.
so John Shire's better than Coach K.
Yeah, I don't know. They're too connected.
I haven't decided yet.
I don't think that's.
I
the
haven't
right play on
decided
that.
yet.
Because they do. I do genuinely think like Roy Williams is rooting for Hubert. I think they genuinely do. I know he's such an
Yeah.
egomaniac, and I know like when he went up to Baycott at the end and patted his belly
While
all
he was in the middle of
cameras.
an interview.
I know that was very Coach K, and then he probably like stomped on his foot when the cameras weren't
Yeah,
like walking
yes,
out
yes.
like on the ankle to
Yep,
injure it.
yep.
So, but I do think he's gonna root for Shire because I think he honestly believes that's his success.
No, but
I think he does.
Coach K thinks he's bigger than Duke. He's bigger than basketball. That's what he thinks.
But all I'm saying is I think he believes that
his-
the success still goes to his
I think
record,
he's
not Shire.
he's such a terrible human being. He's rooting for Shire to fail.
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, because I'm.
He's
we're,
Miko
we're-
Bosco.
We're agreeing. We are agreeing because I think he's what you're saying, but I think he honestly thinks that's his
Right,
success.
his
so.
legacy. But there is that feeling like you obviously had it after Deflategate. Like I kind of feel like God, so I'm just going to decide what Duke's destiny will be.
And that's tough for Hank.
Yeah.
In that situation.
So I'll be the judge
Also,
of that.
I did see the clip of the game where you're like, here comes a dagger 3, here comes a dagger 3. And it almost looked like you celebrated the dagger 3 because you were calling it. Like, I think I saw you get up and be like,
Oh, that is so.
They're
Can you pull
both-
it up, Hank?
They're both.
That is so Miko. To be like, I
You
want
haven't
to just.
seen that
No,
clip?
I got to see it. I got to see it.
He's calling. He's like, it's going to be, they're going to run like a hammer set, dagger 3, dagger 3, coming, dagger 3, coming, dagger 3, dagger 3. He goes, and they say, oh.
It's going to be a back-breaking fucking 3. It's going to be a back-breaking fucking 3. Late in the shot clock, too. Just write it down right now. Switch, back-breaking fucking 3.
That's celebrating?
Yeah, I think because like
That's tough.
You
Look,
kind of
Stand in
like,
here.
like
I went, of course.
No.
I went, of
No,
course.
because this, if you look at the other reactions of Duke fans, Hank, when there's that video of me and Dan,
He dies.
He goes down.
He dies.
Marty goes down. You go up.
Yeah, because I know.
There-
Yeah, you kind of like.
I know the game.
I
I know
don't
it was
think-
kind
Yeah, exactly. You know,
Here we
you're
go,
like I
of
told you.
course.
I don't
I
think
know
you'll
the
ever
game.
find a celebratory up. It's always a celebratory this.
Yes, that's
You
true.
went-
You mean celebrate?
You went from down to up.
When-
When deflated.
You go down to up.
wasn't
That's a celebration. You go
Yeah,
down
but-
to. You go
correct.
up to down. That's a death.
I said, of course.
Death always
Like, here
goes
we go,
down.
of
Yes.
course.
I don't think.
Think about Detroit Don and Superfan when his soul
In
came out
fact,
of his
I'm
body.
going to argue in the history of us doing live streams, and we've been doing for 2 decades, and we've had ups and downs. I don't think we've ever had a deflated rise.
Right.
It's always a deflated down. You went up.
I was preparing for the storm off. I thought it was over.
Hey, Rico,
What?
good call on the dagger 3.
I shouldn't be penalized for knowing the game.
Good call.
What did I
No,
say?
you're penalized for rising. That's a celebratory action. In fact, I actually think if we go through the history of live streams, nobody has risen on a bad moment. It's always a feint.
Okay.
Good
Mine
call.
was like, of course. Here we go.
Of course, I called it. I know basketball.
I know ball.
And you're having a great tournament because Kansas is your team.
You
They're
should send
4-point
that.
favorite.
Have you sent that clip to Fran?
No.
He would probably be impressed. Like that guy knows ball.
Did you think he
We did have a
celebrated,
good
Marty?
conversation.
I think he was happy that he called.
I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
That's tough.
It's
That's a
Rico
tough
above
stretch.
everything. It's Rico, God, country.
West Palm. God, country, West Palm.
What do we think about tonight?
Kansas.
Points.
We need points for the Overs Club. Show them the jacket.
Overs Club. That's all I'm
Yeah,
doing.
with the Overs
I'm
Club
staying
jackets.
focused.
There you go.
I say it every
Fire.
time. I say it every time, Dave, when we do an Overs Club and we screw ourselves up by betting the game
great
3
jacket.
million different ways.
I like the over
Overs.
tonight.
Over.
What is it?
152 and a half.
I love the over.
I think we're 153 and a half because we have to lock it in so everyone's the same number, but it's plus money. So.
And I also am a fan of Carolina. And here's the thing. Listen, Kansas 4-point favorite. There is a school of thought, the dog's so cute, King. There is a school of thought that, the letdown. Now, whether that's true or not, it's the biggest game in the history. I don't think you have a letdown national championship. Kansas, I get the high. Can you redo it? Carolina has been good to me. And when a team is good to me, I will reward them by being good to them. I am not going to flip on them. I'm going to take Carolina. I think they can play with them. I did place a large bet. Have you heard about my large bet?
Oh yeah, I had it too. And I was
what?
mad at Stephen Che for sending it to you first because you moved it.
Stephen, well, he said it just on the Dave Portnoy show.
Wait, he was on the Dave Portnoy show.
He was on the
today?
Dave Portnoy show to talk about Brady. And
How'd that go today?
the Dave Portnoy show?
Yeah.
You didn't catch any shrapnel?
When he's saying that, he's asking about
My dad was
himself.
on it, and that turned into my dad. And we've had this conversation. He
Careful.
honestly thinks the only reason he's not Joe Rogan is because Glenny Balls didn't do his job as his social media guy. Like, I know that's
I don't
funny
disagree.
to say.
No, I don't
But
disagree.
he believes it in every fight. And we've had the conversation. He's like, you sabotaged me with balls. You sabotaged me with balls.
I agree with
It's like, what does he do? It's
it might not be Joe Rogan, but
We get real fights about it.
Yeah.
And this turned into a real fight on the Dave Portnoy show. He's like, you wouldn't come on my show. It's like, I never once said no to coming on your show. When you asked, I came. He goes, well, you didn't even know when you were getting asked because Balls didn't ask you. And I'm like, well, why didn't you text me and ask? He's like, that's not my job.
Balls.
Balls. He literally.
I think he's right. He's got a fair gripe.
He's like, you gave me no resources. Like, you had Riggs, you had Za, you had Smee, you had whatever it was. Like, but you stuck me with Balls. And we've had the conversation, and it turns serious. And at the end, it's like, I got to remind myself it's my dad because, like, I'm like so mad by it. And it was an hour.
I can't wait to listen.
We had to edit. I told him, I go, you got to edit out. We're going around. It's just like, he's like, I'm not going to name names, but my social guy is the entire reason we aren't still on the air, and everyone knows who that is. It's, like, it's crazy. It's lunacy.
A fall guy. He's a fall guy.
So yeah, I know the bet.
Yeah, so it's over 2.5 assists for Braun.
Yeah, Christian Brown.
What?
Spelled Braun. It's pronounced
Whatever.
Brown.
2.5 assists.
I like him over 1.5 threes as well. Give him a big game.
I put 88,000 on it responsibly.
Over 2.5 assists?
Yep.
I like that.
Stephen Shea had me eating out of his hand. He was throwing math, stats, this.
He's
He
been
made
good.
it
How much
sound
are you
like
laying? Is it juiced?
plus
No, it's
110.
plus 110, yeah.
He said it's impossible for that not to hit, basically.
I'm in. He does.
Oh, we have a bet, by the way. There's Stephen Shea and I, as a result, if it wins, I'm giving him $5,000 cash. If it loses, I'm flying to New York, taking his glasses, and I'm stomping them
Yes!
in front of him. His 4 eyes glasses.
I love it.
So that's the bet.
I love it.
Have you watched Brown? He does everything right.
Well, I mean,
Unbelievable
I was
player.
at like
Just
game.
saying. Have you watched him all year?
You know what he does a lot of? Well, why you like him? Yap, yap, yap. He is a huge.
Oh, I
talker.
heard a story, by the way, about your boy Peter Kiss.
What's that?
You don't
He
think
was
Braun's a
being-
talker or whatever his name is? He is a yapper.
I heard Peter Kiss was a little bit of a temperamental diva at the 3-on-3.
I didn't hear about that.
Oh, I did. Yeah. Those are your type of guys, though.
We'll have to straighten that out. I got his number. I'll text him.
Great.
So I think I don't think spread's going to matter tonight again, but I'm picking UNC.
I like it. I'm
I think-
going over, but I like it.
You have to ride Carolina too now, right?
I mean, who did more for which side? Like,
Fair enough,
Like, do
fair enough.
I owe Carolina a debt, or does Carolina kind of owe me?
Yeah, you don't
a
have to
debt?
hammer them, but are you
And I
going
did that for Carolina.
are you going to bet
I
them
very-
small to at least ride Carolina?
No, I think Carolina should build a statue for me.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I'm on Carolina. I'm on that over. I'll take the over as well. So it's our last day here. It's been a great week. By the way, don't love Bourbon Street. Love New Orleans. Love New Orleans. First
Yeah.
time I've ever really spent time in this city. Great city. Mincy didn't give me one recommendation for this city.
Really?
Not one. The only thing he did was, and I love Mincy. He's the king of Mincy. And I know you were upset about it. Hogs for a Cause on Friday night. Great cause. Raise money. I'm going to give him more money to get to where
I
we need
donated.
to.
Who was upset about it?
There was no food when we went. I mean, there was just no food. For an event, I was like, I'm going to get ribs. I'm going to get pulled pork. I'm
None
going
of
to eat.
it.
So there was maybe, you were lucky to fight 3 bears off of 1 chicken wing.
I got a taco.
Yeah, it was
One taco.
wild lack of food at
One
Hogs for
taco.
Cause.
I walked up to every place and they're like Saturday. Like there's a little basketball game going
Yeah,
on
right.
Saturday.
I actually went to a place, Blue Oak, and they got a reservation for us tonight for dinner. Spectacular barbecue. And then
Nice.
Mincy, after the fact, he's like, yeah, that's great barbecue. It's like, Mincy, that's what I was trying to chase the whole weekend here. But great city, New Orleans.
Yep.
The area we're in, the art district, fabulous.
Yes.
So love this city. We'll come back here. What do we got here? High Noon's the other one. So these are
Walkable too. I like that it's a walkable city.
Yeah, you've been
Relatively.
walking all over the place to your little meetings with coaches.
different areas. Different areas are
Fair.
definitely walkable.
So Jay Billis just walking right by the hotel last night.
Was that when you were supposed to be taking a
Did
nap?
Did you come?
Nah, I didn't bother him. He kind of big time me when we saw him in New York for the Champions Classics.
Got it. High Noon. Obviously, we got 2 big time sponsors here.
Yes.
High Noon and I don't know if we're allowed to combine them. They like that, but High Noon and Cane's diabolical.
I'll say
combo.
something about High Noon. I was at the bar across the street last night, and I wanted a High Noon. They didn't have any. They only had competitors. I walked back over here to this fridge, fill my pockets.
What bar?
Lucy's.
We're gonna, they may not like us actually because I think we did a.
You made them take down that flag. You were wrong.
They
about
took it down?
Yeah, oh yeah. Probably getting like death threats.
So I have an apology to Lucy's. I have an absolute apology to Lucy's. I got here, the first I saw our flag, 28-3, our flag,
Yeah.
which I'm like, I love this city. And we were on full, you led the charge, but I was
You're in it,
I
yeah.
was with, it's like I've never liked Coach
You're
K.
an army and the soldier.
Yeah, so I
soldier in the
saw,
army.
I thought at Lucy's, which is this great bar across the street from our hotel, I thought they had all the flags of the teams, and I saw the way it was blowing the wind, it was a black K. I'm like, oh, that's a Duke Coach K. So I was making fun of it, being like, of course, they are Klan flags, they're Duke flags. Something about the way the light hit, it was a red K, and it
told
was a
you,
Kansas
yeah,
flag,
I woke up
so
the
the
next
joke
morning.
does not play.
Yes.
And we saw,
They took it down, yeah.
Silvana and I actually were talking to somebody who worked there, like, yeah, that's tough. You said we had a Klan flag.
Yeah.
I never delete tweet. I deleted that tweet once I began.
Yeah, because the next morning I was like, I texted you, I was like, Dave, that's a red K.
Yeah,
I was staring at
I actually went and walked to look. So I did. It was supposed to be a Coach K joke. It went bad. I deleted it. I didn't mean to
They
take
took
him
it
down.
You deleted it. They
and
deleted
I
the
also
flag.
think we originally were supposed to do our live show there, and you pulled because Mincy basically Mincy has like
Equity.
Pete's head and everyone's decision makers by the head in front of like a heat lamp, being like, you're doing everything at walk-ons. Like, I think he owns
got equity.
walk-ons.
Yeah,
Yes.
So I think we're supposed to do it at Lucy's, and that's what she says. Like, I thought, so I don't know how much. I was gonna say I will get High Noon. If you're a bar that doesn't have High Noon, I will come to your bar and do a signing once you put High Noon in there. So, but Lucy's may hate us. I don't know. It's a cool bar though. So there's. I was supposed to. Was I
it's not
lied
the new
to?
ones.
What are you supposed to do?
They told me they're going to
Taste
have
test
kiwi
review.
and guava today. At 1. At
Walk-Ons,
walk-ons. All right, perfect.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So those are the 2 new flavors. So there we go. Canes and High Noon.
in
You
that
really
pool
can't beat
pack,
that. Yeah, the pool pack. WrestleMania last night. You know what's crazy? I was watching all the highlights, and I don't know if it's like we've gotten big or it's just a total coincidence, but you're watching all the highlights. McAfee went nuts, got stunned, was with like chugging beers and won a match, and then Logan Paul won a match. It's like these are just like our coworkers.
Yeah.
Like the headliners.
Yeah.
It's like
It's crazy.
it's nuts. It's like our worlds are everywhere. And Erica's on the friggin' board there. I don't know if she was there, and Bram Walker's right up.
Robbie,
Robbie.
Stone Cold came back Saturday night.
Did you see?
He should come back every couple. Like he's not done, right?
I think
They'll keep
Vince
bringing him out.
McMahon
Comes out every
broke
now
both
and
his legs.
What?
I think Vince McMahon broke both his legs.
Really?
You haven't seen the stunner?
No. He
Man.
sells the stunner
Accurate?
very, very well.
You think he broke it though?
Yeah.
Dan.
Oh, I gotta see it.
Dan.
I don't know how I missed it.
He got stunned and his legs broke. Both his legs
He
broke.
does sell them very well.
No. It's
Wait, 14 hours ago.
No, that's McAfee,
sorry.
who sold the shit out of it. And
There we go.
McAfee, yeah, this is it. Watch this.
Oh,
He did not sell that well.
No, his legs
Yeah,
came out. He broke both legs.
yeah.
His both knees.
That's funny.
There was like, I think it was like trending, like save his knees. Like,
Oh my God, yeah, he got folded in half.
he's 76.
He got folded in half.
He's 76. So that was going viral. McAfee had an incredible match. McAfee then got he
What was that last text to Jordan Bohannon?
Jesus Christ.
smashed beers, and then he got stunned and was drinking. So McAfee, by the way, people think it's overnight for McAfee. This was
He was wanting to do this for a very long time. It's been a long time, a lot of hard work.
I remember talking to him. I still think almost he worked for us. He's like my goal.
Yeah.
And I think he's gonna get it at some point. He's like, I want to be WWE champion.
Yeah.
And so all the moves, everything he's doing, I think he had a ring in his house at one point.
Yeah, he did. Maybe at the office. Yeah.
He's super athletic and he's on the mic, so obviously that's always what I, not with the Barstool, whenever we bring him up, people don't get that about, he was a star when he came to us, he learned the, but he's a megastar, and
Yeah.
he can do whatever he wants. So, and
Did you
then,
see it's 2 nights now? That event
yeah,
is
Logan
so
Paul
big.
was the first
Yeah,
night.
it's been
Logan,
for a while, yeah.
Logan Paul's another
been like
perfect
that for a
match
while.
for
a
it.
couple of years.
I wish I wasn't crippled.
Why?
Because there's things you could do, like I bet you could do WrestleMania.
I'd have to lose a lot of weight.
But you, like, no, you don't have to.
You killed
Yokozuna.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I have to gain a lot of weight.
Like, I'd love to.
I like that better. Yeah, I have to gain a lot of weight.
What if you gain weight and I was just your manager?
That would be great.
Just like mouth
Sat
of
on
the south?
people?
Yeah.
Just slow moving, just rolling me down the
Like a new Mean Street Posse
I
type
would be-
thing.
yeah.
I love that.
Who was your
We-
favorite
we-
wrestler growing up?
Ooh, I had a bunch. I mean, I went through eras. So I was first a junkyard dog guy, and then I like the Honky Tonk Man. I love Macho Man. I loved all of it. I used to. I'm totally out on wrestling.
Macho Man lived next to one of my
Like,
parents.
good story. I feel like the only time.
He was a minor league catcher.
Yeah, he's dead. R.I.P.
Randy Papachis, minor league catcher for the Reds. His
That's
last
his
name
real
was
name.
Pacha. He was a Pacha. Reds. His brother was with the White Sox.
I pay no attention to wrestling anymore, but this was all over, and I obviously it's Pat and it's Logan, and they're both.
There's a lot of old school guys, yeah.
You look at a guy like Logan Paul. What a fucking life, right? He's went from Vine, And I feel like in the last 2 years, he fought Mayweather. He wins the match at WrestleMania. It's crazy.
Nuts.
Perfect fit because he's an athletic kid too. So that was all over the place. And I don't know why they do the Grammys the same. That doesn't seem to make sense to compete versus.
This is when sometimes I wish. I love gambling, but sometimes I wish I wasn't gambling because all these things were happening and I was just watching the Pelicans get the shit kicked out of them by the Clippers.
And I was just checking like the women's game, which I had. Yeah, the Grammys were last night.
Sunday night makes sense in between Saturday and Monday.
No, I'm saying but WrestleMania
against
Grammys.
WrestleMania.
Oh shit.
Although I guess it's different crowds
Yeah,
to a
very
degree.
different crowds.
Yeah.
Even Saturday night, I feel like it's different crowds in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, for sure. I think wrestling. I don't know if young people watch wrestling anymore.
I think there are. I mean, wrestling
kids
just
are
has a very strong audience that's like very, they'll go anywhere. They'll do anything.
Kids always connect.
I guess I haven't been up on the music either because Silk Road, won everything. Clean sweep. And there's another, am I pronouncing it wrong?
I think Silk Sonic.
Silk Sonic.
Is that a band?
Silk Road was
That guy?
the place where you could buy all kinds of drugs and stuff.
Oh,
online.
yeah.
I read that book. No big deal.
TJ.com or something.
Yeah, I read that book.
What was his name?
I don't know.
Something.com. Kim.com. He's
yeah.
he was the original, gangster of the internet.
Yeah.
What does he say?
Dread Rob.
No,
Dread
but
Pirate.
Silk.
What does Silk Sonic say?
Well, it's Bruno Mars.
What?
Now that's the guy I don't know who that is. Anderson Paak.
What do you mean it's Bruno Mars?
He's who?
He's a drummer and a rapper, hip hop artist.
Because when I watched it, it just looked like what I thought Bruno Mars did was just give his band more credit by changing it from Bruno Mars to. Okay.
He's like a solo guy.
Could Bruno Mars have done everything without Anderson Paak?
Probably not. No.
Because it just looked like the Bruno Mars show, and I love Bruno Mars. I think that I've always said, if you could have one wedding band in the world, it's all they dance, they sing, but they want everything. And their acceptance to go up, you guys are gonna like this too, was fucking electric. They literally want everything, and I've never seen a better walk to the table than what they had. I'll pull it up for you right now. Watch how these guys accept the award. This is next level.
Oh,
shit.
I mean,
that's cool.
and they literally won everything. Clean sweep. They're so cool. Bruno Mars is so cool. He's like 1 foot, but he's so cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Damn.
Are you guys
I wish
impressed
I-
by that? Or
No, I just
am,
keep
legitimately.
I just keep
The
thinking
same-
about the fact that I bet the Clippers
better
when they
than
were
just
in
walking up.
LA for a whole weekend, so they probably were out drinking on Saturday night, and then I bet on Sunday, and it's like I had the Lakers Friday, they lost the Clippers, and they lost the Pelicans, and I had the Pelicans Sunday, they lost the Clippers.
There's only a couple of them left, but I have a theory. Keep betting the Spurs. I think the rest of the league is rolling out trash
Somebody told you that, yeah.
to keep the Lakers out of the
Who
playoffs.
told you that?
What?
Who told you that?
One of our guys.
Wait, you've been walking around like it's your theory.
Oh no, he told me
You
at
can
one
give- I
point
said
somebody
it.
told him
Yeah.
that. He thinks they want the Spurs,
Oh,
the
but he
Lakers
didn't.
out.
That's not how he told me and Mike and Pat, the security guys. We're all like, oh yeah, Rico's got this theory.
Okay. It's a busy week. You didn't want to take up too much of your time to tell the full story.
How's your week
Where's the
going?
bibliography? You got
well.
a
Yes.
bibliography. Who is it?
What do you mean?
Who told you?
I'd have to look. It's in that thing we're in.
Wow.
Trading info. Pretty good. Got a lot of numbers.
Good.
Doing well.
Should we talk about that story?
Yeah, one more that I think is important. Trending. Elon Musk has
Owns Twitter.
What?
What'd you say?
Dick.
Bought
You're
Twitter.
such a dick.
Did you just take what I said earlier? Because you don't know that.
Word for word.
Yeah. So he and this is big, and especially for us because I feel like Twitter is probably our most used. Big for me because Shadow Banville. I wish he bought Instagram too, but he has now upped his stake. He had some. He now owns 9.2% of Twitter. He is the largest single shareholder. Twitter also. Different companies have different boards where founders or whatever can have final say rights, however you put it. Twitter does not. Ooh. So a lot of people are saying this is just his step to eventually take control of Twitter. He tweeted by the way, I think it was up 26%, the biggest jump since they IPO'd. He made so far, I think, 1.6 billion on that. He does shit like that, but he is very anti restrictions.
He's pro free speech.
Pro free speech, and Twitter had moved. He called the guy, I believe he called some version of the guy who took over for Jack Dorsey, Stalin. He's like, this guy is the worst. Tweeted, hey, do you think Twitter supports free speech? About a week and a half ago, people started gossiping. He's going to start his own. It appears he has designs on taking control of Twitter. I'd love for that.
Now, the question, well, not a question, a statement. It's bad for one guy here.
What if they take away the block button?
The Skells are going to be loose. The Skells just got their rights back. Elon Musk is the #1 Skell in the world. I'm here for it.
I cannot tell if Elon Musk is noble or just wants the most money in the world. Because what he did, he just continually does moves in the stock market with his influence. He's the most influential social media. Anything he does, he can just make billions for himself.
Right.
Bitcoin, that. I don't mean to bring this up. I had a meeting at 9:30 with Corporate Hank.
Yeah, it's similar to Corporate Kane. One of my least favorite, we just talked about our favorite wrestlers, one of my least favorite iterations of any wrestler, Corporate Kane, when he put the suit on.
Yes.
And was Vince McMahon's lackey.
Yes.
That's Corporate Hank.
I remember, total side note, I remember I went when Feidelberg and I went to the NMI convention, and I saw an IRS. I was so excited. Do you remember him?
Yes,
IRS, what a wrestler.
Yes.
But I don't want to give any ideas of concepts because I'm not supposed to. There's a corporate meeting. But I did hear a concept that was thrown around that was called the Skell House.
And Hank came up with that? Oh my God.
A Big Brother type situation called the Skell House.
Wow.
Tough year, Hank.
Tough year.
Tough year to be.
We had a good run in 2022 so far. You made it to the first quarter. Second quarter started the other day.
It's tough.
That's true, what I just said. You're saying there wasn't that thrown around the Skell House?
I didn't know that was the thing.
What are you talking about, Hank? You're now denying it?
I didn't say it.
9:30,
premise of the
Hank's
show?
sitting there with the tie and his coffee. It's like, get the fucking sunny side egg combo. It's like, Jesus, 9:30, give me a break here. And then he's just peppering me. He's like, will you do this, that, this? I need you to do this, that. It's like, all right, just chill, Hank.
I'll say this right now. If the Skell House happens, I don't put my kids on social media, I'd be willing to have my son move into the Skell House and be raised by Skells. I'd like to see that. A villain origin story where I raise the
Like
end
Batman.
of Rico Bosco.
Yeah.
That would be kind of fun.
So that brings into, I assume,
Supposed to live there.
relax,
son's gonna live
it's
there.
just in concept. Like, if Raising Cane says we want to do the Skell House, we're doing the Skell House.
Yep. We just got the okay.
Seem like a stand-up guy. You want me to give you some background on these people? Do it off camera.
Why don't we give a little background on you and
Yeah,
what
let's
you did
get
to your
into your
co-host?
weekend. So, are we talking about the McCaffrey situation?
Yeah, so here's how, as far as I know, Rico, he's been me for his entire career. But
Miko Bosco.
He told Jake and Marty that he was going to take a nap.
So this is how I saw it, because we were lost looking for Cafe Damon. And Rico pops out of Uber or a cab, literally directly looking like he's going to coach in the Maui Classic.
Yep.
Hawaiian shirt, fancy shoes, clearly going
Dress
to one of his
pants.
coaches' meetings. It's the look he has. And like, what are you doing? He's like, I got a meeting with Fran McCaffrey. Fine, all right, good luck. Busted balls a little bit out the outfit. Continued Sylvana and I for another hour looking for Cafe Damon. And then I just went back to the video and looked in the comments. And I saw Marty. He's like, that's weird. He told me he was taking a nap. Mm-hmm. And I think you did tell me you were taking a nap.
This is you. This is
3:11. We got home. MB's like, hey, great job today at the commercial. Raising Cane's, the food's here. 3:11. I laid down. I was relaxing. I was going to put on a program, take a nap. 3:39, phone rings. It goes right to voicemail from the unlisted number because I have to block it because the fucking scumbag Skells with my number. So I call right back. Hey, he's like, hey, coach, what's going on? He's like,
Wait, what? You star 69 like?
no, I didn't. I call it right. Like I knew the number, but it doesn't. It goes right to voicemail if it's not saved.
Got it.
So I call right back. I'm like, hey, is this coach? Because I knew he was reaching out. I was talking to his people, and he was like, hey, he wants to meet you when you're down there. See you again. I was like, all right, cool. So it's 3:39. He's like, listen, I'm calling it early tonight. I was like, all right, well, I got another meeting at 5:30. And I was supposed to meet
Calling
somebody
it
else at
early.
9.
It was 3 in the afternoon.
I know. Well, all right. I had a 5:30 meeting. He had 8 o'clock dinner, and then I had a 9 o'clock meeting too. So I was
3
like,
in the afternoon.
right. So I'm like, well, what do you?
Wasn't an 8 o'clock dinner have to do with anything?
How many fucking meetings do you have?
We had to squeeze it in. So I'm like, well, what are you doing now? He's like, I'm at the Hilton. I'll go get a drink. Done. Called Nick. I'm like, bring me down some pomade, iron my shirt, throw on my pants, ready to go. So it didn't even click. I probably should have called.
No. But time out. You had a very different explanation to me when I asked you about it. You're like, well, I didn't want to. It's like he didn't ask. It was just me.
Oh,
I didn't want to
last
show
night?
up. I didn't want to show up with people like
It was that
No, you're
quick.
ashamed
No, I didn't
of
say
Marty.
that. No,
you're
I'm not
ashamed of Marty. Do you know who you like? The fact that you're ashamed of Marty, like I would be ashamed of Marty, but I'm also ashamed of you.
I'm not
So it
ashamed.
like
of Marty.
works for like I wouldn't bring either. of you.
You didn't make it sound like it was a time thing. You made it sound like, no, if you had all the time in the world, you were not going to bring Marty to this meeting.
No matter what, Marty was
Jake.
not coming because you want
your
all the
source.
coaches for yourself.
The way he reached out is like, I'm really looking forward to seeing you. So like maybe he wanted a one-on-one. I would have called you.
Wait, so he wanted a one-on-one, but then also Ed Cooley came and Matt Painter came? That doesn't sound like a one-on-one.
Painter was a drop-in. I did meet some of his people this week. That was a good get.
But why?
Cooley was just sitting there. They're friends from when they coached at Fairfield in Siena.
Yeah, but that's fine. You're friends with Marty, the same show as my partner. We're talking round ball. Like what?
You're right. No,
There is
No,
precedence for this. The foreplay guys went through similar where like Riggs was making the connections, and then it's like, wait, are we getting this? I thought we were all rowing together. You seem like you're a black hole.
Well,
Yeah.
we are.
And what's odd is
Our
a lot
sales
of your
structure
sources are
is-
not coming originally like they're being dished to you.
From me.
So they dish to you.
This was organic.
From me.
Our sales structure is this: Jake, SIDs, Marty, players, me, coaches. So that's the accounts we're managing. So, yeah, go get Fran. We'll get him on.
Every dick that you suck, I've passed to you.
Yeah.
But let me ask you
You're
this.
Miko. You're Miko. You are a selfish
But let
person.
me ask you this.
I had to get there. The guy said he's leaving.
But that's
he was
not
going
easy.
for a
Let me
walk
ask you
right
this.
away.
Let me ask you a real question.
Sure.
You want to have Fran on future podcasts, whatnot. If Marty also has a more personal relationship, don't you think the flow of the pod? Because anytime you know somebody, the podcast flows better because you know that you're the only one who knows.
Correct.
It makes it harder for Marty and Jake to interact.
You
since-
squeeze everyone else out.
Yeah.
I didn't
You-
squeeze-
No, in the ultimate irony, you squeeze other people out.
Yeah.
That's actually perfect.
Oh, he's-
you do. You squeeze Marty
know
out.
that. He's squeezed half our company out. But
You don't feel remorse, too.
were
That's
you
the
really
worst
mad?
part.
I texted him on the side.
Yeah, of
Why
course.
don't you just tell me, because I also gave him the relationship.
Listen, if PFT
Is that true? He
did,
gave you
if,
the Iowa relationship?
yeah, no,
cat-
listen.
Yeah.
Speaking from experience, like PFT and I, if PFT like he has guys that he's better friends with, I have guys that I'm better friends with. That doesn't matter. But if he like deliberately tried to not invite me to something where it was like someone we were gonna have on the show, I'd be mad, and he would be mad the
I
other way.
didn't deliberately not invite him. It
Well,
just
you
didn't.
said
It didn't click. It does take a long time to get ready too. So I was.
Oh
wearing a
my
Hawaiian
God,
shirt
you're the
and
worst.
pants.
You're the worst guy. We need to get the dog over here because you stress me out too much. You stress me out too much. You're such a terrible person.
I also
you're a
he
terrible
would have
person.
been. I had another meeting, so
I
I
want
would
to see
leave right
Kane
after.
hiding that water bottle. I want to see Kane to just de-stress because you're such a bad person.
I'm not.
You're such a bad person. Look at
am
this
not.
dog. This is the best dog ever.
The fact that we don't have a dog.
I know.
Like
Well, Rico would probably kill it.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, he would. Rico would
Take
be
too
like,
much
"Oh, the dog
attention."
was limp and I had to put it down." You looking for some snacks? I don't think we have any. This is a great dog. You're a bad person.
I'm not a bad person.
You know what he does? He does little things that try to elevate him. For example, like Silvana needed a jacket at Hogs for the Cause. So he puts on his, Superman cape. He's running around and he gets the sweatshirt. He'll do the little things to excess.
Correct.
To be like, good guy, I'm a good guy, I'm a good guy. His cousin's bar is going out of business. He won't do a
Right,
podcast.
right, you're right.
He's got Fran McCaffrey. He doesn't want to share the
He'll
ball.
tweet some things or like, here's this little league story, and then when he can actually stab his co-host in the back, he will.
Yeah. Well, but you got a lot of connections.
Yeah, no, good job. I saw the picture. You look great.
Thanks.
You look so happy. I mean,
It's been a good weekend, though. for you.
Yeah, you don't regret
So
anything.
do you think you're setting up then bench mob for the next year's the breakout year?
Would hope so, yeah.
That will be the year that we.
So we did pretty well. The live shows this year elevated it.
Are you on busting balls with these people? I think that's the key, honestly.
Yeah,
Like you can
100%.
say whatever you want and feel.
That's
now
what he
Marty
said.
can't. He's gonna have to keep his mouth shut
Because he doesn't know any of these
Yeah,
people.
he's like, doesn't
You should
know
have
the
seen it
area.
last night. Last thing, Dave. We were at the bar, and I invited Titus because he's a good friend of mine. Rico shook his hand. This is how he shook his hand. Shake my hand. Hey, how you doing?
No,
Didn't even look at him in the eye.
Now I will give Rico credit on this. That's a complicated relationship for him. I would
But he
say.
didn't even look him in the eye.
I don't think that
He wasn't
is.
necessarily
That's a weird
warm.
thing to do.
I shook
Shake
his
someone's
hand.
hand and not look him in the eye.
I shook his hand.
To deliberately look away.
He wasn't necessarily warm to us. So, all right. I mean,
He said, "What's up to you?"
nothing else after. The guy
dare
Derek was very cordial. He just was a one and done. So, all right, we're one and done. All right, we'll see him open arms when he comes for the dozen.
Where are we watching, by the way, the game tonight? Here. Stream? Live stream? All right, cool. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, great dog.
The Overs
Take it,
Club
Raising
tonight.
Cane's.
Overs Club
Yep.
tonight.
Fire Jackets. Also, for anybody watching in Canada, the score is now live in Ontario. Today's the first day. I'm already getting people being like, why don't you have this? But these Over Club jackets are fire. So bet 100. If it hits, it's the only way to get it. We never sell these. The Overs Club live tonight. Thank you to High Noon. Thank you to Canes. That's it. That's our. Well, no, we have our live show, but that'll already be over by the time this thing airs. There it is. Rundown. All right.